Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be discussing the 1978 comedy classic. It depends on how you define a comedy classic. Animal House. Starring John Belushi, Tim Matheson, Karen Allen, of course, 3 years later was in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Of course, this movie is, brought John Belushi to bigger fame than he already had with being on Saturday Night Live. And this is, I think it's probably the only film that, I think the other films, a couple of other films as well, but this is the film that John Belushi was really famous for yelling Toga, Toga, Toga in the movie, and of course having the pencils up his nose and yelling "Fools fight" in the school cafeteria. That's all. And because of all the crazy, and of course the big speech at the end of the film, which I want to get into. Of course, this film, Animal House, is about a particular fraternity, the Delta Gamma fraternity in this college back in 1960. It's supposed to be based in 1962. The film. So, this fraternity is like the worst one on the campus. There's always boozing it up, having these wild parties, and the students are like the dumbest students on the campus because the grades are like the lowest of any fraternity on the entire campus, and the dean tried every way. This is like one of the movies. I don't think it was the first movie, but it's one of the earlier films about a college dean who has it out for a group of students, either a fraternity or a group of students, or whatever the case is, and trying to throw these students out. The first chance he gets, and of course that's what happens over the course of the film. All the craziness, the zaniness, all this parties going on, and with the fraternity, and John Belushi's character, who of course is the brother of Jim Belushi, the other actor, comedy actor. And John Belushi's like grade point average is like 0.00, which is like you can't get much lower than that. And that's how dumb the character was. He was spent like 7 years in the college. I am not kidding. And then of course, Karen Allen, of course, like 3 years, and she was like about like 27, 28 years old at the time of this movie. So she was pretty hot. She was prettier in this movie than she was in Raiders of the Lost Ark, believe it or not. And I thought she was kind of hot in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but she was even hotter in this movie. And of course, there was one scene when you see her butt. I don't know if it was actually her women or a stunt double or body double, which happens in movies. But not pretty bad. It wasn't too bad in this film. And you do have a lot of nudity in this film. And you also mentioned Donald Sutherland is also in this movie. He plays I think an English professor in this film, doing with the afro. So anyway, in this movie, it's almost like a lot of these vignettes or other side plots relating to all these different types of characters, and then of course when all the characters from the Delta fraternity, they all got kicked out of school because the grade point level was so low, especially after the midterms. So John Belushi says, "Nothing is over until we say it is." The famous speech is, "Did we give up?" And of course this is how Americans are so stupid, because they believe the line that John Belushi says in that famous ranter towards the end of the film. It says, "Did we quit when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?" And of course, the other person says, "Hey, he messed that up." And he said, "Hey, he's on the roll. We're not going to ruin his moment for correcting him." And of course, we all know that's not true. The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. So because a lot of people love Animal House, people believe on the film Animal House, people believe that the Germans not bombed Pearl Harbor and not the Japanese. It's the Japanese folks that bombed Pearl Harbor, not the Germans. It doesn't matter what John Belushi said in the movie. It was the Japanese. He screwed that up. So of course, what the fraternity guys did was decided to ruin this homecoming parade, this parade for the schools, and they totally wrecked it. And the dean goes crazy and they all said to the dean, go do something to yourself, and to me that's more of the highlight of the film and how the fraternity of all the guys who got kicked out of the school fought back, and against the dean in the school. To me, that was the highlight more than John Belushi's "Nothing is over till we say it" speech, or when the food fight scenes, or the college guys trying to get laid. The highlight is when the students get even. I mean, to me, that's the best part of the movie, and unfortunately, it's the last 15 minutes or so of the film, and that's it. That was pretty much it. But the movie itself, it's not. I don't think the movie was that great or like classic. People say it is, but it's kind of like a silly college comedy. It reminded me of like Porky's or even Revenge of the Nerds, which actually Revenge of the Nerds is much better than this film is, because the plot didn't go all over the place in Revenge of the Nerds, but then it has an Animal House, but the movie, it's okay. If you want to see a silly comedy, this is a clinical definition of a silly comedy, especially ones from the 70s. And that's what this is. So this is my review of the movie Animal House. Please click on the video, please rate it, please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at RowdyC.com, so WDY, and C.com. It's homepage of my reviewer, Chris Lee Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.